is pregnant. So my dad goes like, Then he starts laughing. This guy starts laughing. What's up guys, welcome back to another episode of Life with Wendy Mother. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Wendy Mother, aka Mama Fabian. Man, isn't it cold as hell? As in, I don't know why the weather keeps changing like this. Like kama ni baridi iko baridi, na kama ni joto iko tu joto, you understand? I always think like I should pre-record videos because it makes more sense to just record and have them there and just upload them when the time is, you know, when the time for uploading gets there. But I always feel like I'm shortchanging you guys. Like I feel like pre-recording and pre-updating videos kills my authenticity, so I just prefer to like record it actually before I like, because I'm uploading Mondays and Thursdays, I prefer to record like on Wednesday or on Sunday because I feel like it's more authentic. I don't know if that makes sense. I just wanted to like give you guys an update on the clothing challenge. I reached my 30 days. I actually finished my 30 days. And now I want to start a new workout called Insanity by Shanti. Insanity is insane, guys. Insanity just, that is the one workout that toned my body to the, you know, like it gave me my abs. So I'm gonna show you guys how you can get your Insanity videos, and we can start. Insanity is 60 days, and I've been wanting to do a 60-day challenge, which now will end up being a 90-day challenge, which I do not mind at all because I love working out like crazy. So clothing was amazing. At least it brought my, like my, what is it called, my motisha, ilinirudishia motisha ya kufanya exercise, because I was like, I had really lost all my motivation for working out. So clothing, if you're a person who doesn't like intense, deep intense workouts, and you just want to work out, you know, like just to make yourself happy, clothing is the place for you. But if you want to get like more intense, join me on Insanity by Shanti for the next 30 days. I'll show you guys, I'll even put a link in the description on how you guys can download, you know, the videos. And yeah, let's get fit together. You know, people always tell me like my body responds really well to working out, but I feel it's because I actually like naifanya na roho moja, you know, like, you know, when I want my body to look a certain way, it will look that way whether it likes it or not. It will look that way by freaking force. So yeah, let me now get out of the bed and actually do a sit down video story time for you guys, and I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get on into it. So guys, now that I'm all freshened up, I just want to give you a small story time about like the time I found out I was pregnant and telling it to my African parents. Y'all know how African parents can make you feel like you're gonna shit yourself for the smallest, not even for the small, like even for the slightest news you're about to tell them. Like probably you're about to tell them something like, you know, I failed in class, ama nilitumia do yako, ama nilichukua gari nikaenda sijui wapi, and they still freak out. So try imagine telling them that you're pregnant at 20. Yeah. And of course at this time, like, this is the last thing that they expected. If you can hear a baby crying outside, that's Phobia, and he's just throwing tantrums for no apparent reason, and he's outside with my sister and my mom. I don't know what his problem is. Today has just been one of those days. Anyway, so when I found out I was pregnant, obviously I was happy. For some reason I was calm, you know, like it wasn't like a big deal for me. That's how I knew like it was meant to be, because I was not freaking out. I was not worried about whoever and whatever. I was just happy, you know, which is crazy because at that point you expect someone to be freaking out and all that, but I wasn't freaking out. I decided, okay, but Fabian's dad told his mom that I was pregnant, and his mom is more open-minded, you understand? Like, they've lived in the States for the longest time, so they've been exposed. You know, exposure is everything, guys. When you travel and like get to see other cultures and things like that, it changes your whole perspective on like how you view things and things like that. So when she found out I was pregnant, she was very happy. Actually, she was like giving me advice and things like that. She even told me like the hospital to go to, like for my clinic checks and things like that. I was freaking out like crazy because I was wondering like, how am I going to go and tell my parents that I'm actually pregnant? And mind you, before that, like there was a lot of drama that had gone on before like us reaching this point, and for me to end up pregnant, like there was so much drama that happened. When I decide to tell you guys that story, I'll tell you one day, one time, but just know there was drama. I tried to go tell my parents that I'm pregnant with now Fabian's grandmother. So I call up my dad. I'm like, can we meet in town? Because there's something I want to tell you. So my dad is like, cool, let's meet at, there was this restaurant that was at Anniversary Towers. Yeah, that's where we met. So we went with now Fabian's grandmother. So we get to Anniversary Towers, and now we meet my dad. Okay, actually, my dad was at Anniversary Towers that day. So we're like, okay, since you're already there, let's just meet there. So we meet at Anniversary Towers, guys, and we tell my dad like, oh, okay, like we're here. We enter now our restaurant and we order some juice. So my dad goes like how are you doing and things like that. I'm like, I'm okay. Now I feel like I'm gonna shit the shit out of myself, guys. Like me nilikuwa nasikia kudedi. Like I was like, oh my god, like how is my dad gonna take this? Like how is he going to react? Like what is he going to, you know, all those things that go through your mind, and you're like if you're a young mom, please engage me in the comments and tell me how you broke it to your parents. And if you've not broke it to your parents yet, I think this is the video for you, so keep watching. So now my dad sits down after the formalities are over. So now Fabian's grandmother goes like, okay, so I don't remember the exact words that she said, but it was something along the lines of like, yeah, so you know, sasa msichana wako. No, she didn't say msichana wako, but she was like, okay, now Wendy is like, she's pregnant. You know, it's easier when somebody else says it for you. Sorry guys, I keep on checking for Fabian outside. That's why, you know, you feel like a weight has been lifted off of you and somebody else has to say it instead of you, because I feel like the words just don't come out of your mouth when you're the one saying that, Dad, I am pregnant. For me, I wouldn't have managed to do it on my own. So she tells him like, yeah, so Wendy is pregnant. So my dad goes like, Then he starts laughing. This guy starts laughing. This is it. It's a done deal. He's pissed as hell. So I'm like, okay. And I'm just looking at my dad. I'm like, guy, like, what are you going to say? So he goes like, okay. This is very funny news. That's what he said. Then he kept not at laughing at ha ha ha. No, he was like this is very funny news. Anyway, mumeambia mama yake, and that's when I knew that I was scared with the wrong parent. Like the one I was supposed to be scared telling is my mom and not my dad. But now you just have to meet up with the mom and tell her. Oof. So the day we went and told my mom this story, we went me, Fabian's grandmother, Fabian's great-grandmother, and Fabian's uncle. Yeah, we went 4 people. Now we came home, and now I had called my mom and told her like, you know, we're coming to see you guys, blah 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 blah. So we get there, and then now Fabian's great-grandmother starts like, you know, anaanza like she was making the atmosphere suitable for this news. So they start chit chat. It's like, oh, how are you guys doing? My mom and like Fabian's uncle had already, is it uncle? Yeah, the brother to them. I don't know. What is the brother to Fabian's grandmother to Fabian? You guys will answer me that. So they had already gotten acquainted before, so they knew each other. So now they start, oh yeah, so unajua watu wakipendana ati sijui. I said, guys, so that you know how tensed I was at that moment, my head was not even listening to a thing that was being said. So I'm just trying to imagine like they were saying something like, actually they were saying, unajua watu wakipendana ati hiyo mapenzi mtoto anatokelezeanga. Sasa mtoto wako ana expect mtoto nini. Now this is now the great grandmother saying. So me, I'm just looking at my mom and I'm tripping like in my head like, hey guys, wish I sweat profusely. That was the day I was sweating like crazy. Again, niko na sweat nika nimetoka marathon, like, and just because now at the moment my stomach hadn't started, like my belly hadn't started kizungu ngumu, yani tumbo yangu iko imeanza kutokea. So I'm just there and my mom is just like, oh okay, unajua, as we expected it as parents. As I said, there was stories that had gone, like there was drama that had unfolded before. So she's like, si tulikuwa, we had expected it, ni sawa, unajua watoto ni baraka kutoka kwa Mungu, we had already prepared ourselves for this. So I'm like, yani too, it just looked like I was just going to come back pregnant. Like that was the only outcome. And fast forward to when my brother was telling me the story, he was like, hey, mom na dad walikuwa nasema tu as long as, actually my dad was the one who was like, as long as she's alive, we should be happy about that. Nini. So what I can say is it was a bittersweet moment telling my parents that I'm actually pregnant, because I didn't know what to expect from them, and at the same time I was feeling like I had disappointed them. You understand? Because I still hadn't finished school. I had remained with like 2 semesters to finish school. So that was one of the things that my dad was really insistent on, that I had to finish school. So I'm so sure, like when I was delivering this news, he was like, Quisha, like, you know, my life is over, but like now how am I going to do this and things like that. So I felt like I had disappointed them. So I was feeling like really bad. Like as much as they didn't overreact with the news, I felt like deep down they felt like we wanted more for you. We wanted you to at least finish school, get married, you know, follow the process that all African parents want us to follow, so that you can end up like having a family, of which there's a reason why everything has a system. There's a reason why there's rules. There's a reason why there's ways that guys follow so that you can reach a certain thing that you want to reach. Because when you don't follow that step, or when you don't follow those rules, you end up with things like deadbeat baby daddies. Your baby daddy left you, you don't have money to take care of your kid, like you get frustrated because, you know, there's a sequence that you're supposed to follow when you're doing things. So yeah, that's my story, guys. I'm really open to know your stories for when you told your parents that you're pregnant, because mine wasn't and it wasn't all, you know, like it was just there in the middle, because after everything that happened before, like that's what they expected from that whole situation. So fast forward to now, my dad actually tells me he wishes that I give birth to twins. Like, dad, that's what my dad always says, that nasia watoto wangekuja wawili, you know. But anyway, I get a lot of stories, like I get a lot of DMs of guys asking me like, how did you tell your parents? Like, how am I supposed to tell my parents that I'm pregnant? You know, at the end of the day, a pregnancy is something that you can never hide. Eventually it will come, and eventually everyone will know what you did. You know, what you do in the light will come out, what you do in the darkness will come out in the light clearly. What I can say is, if you're pregnant right now and you're really freaking out about telling your parents, just tell them, because the worst that can happen is they'll chase you out of home, or like they'll be pissed at you, they'll scold you, but they'll never stop being your parents, and they'll still love you one way or another. Maybe they'll not show it now, maybe they'll not show it in a week, in a month, but eventually they'll come around. So please be strong, because now, if you know, now you have this life that is depending on you, that is waiting on you to make all the decisions, and you just have to be strong. There's nothing else you can do. Like, you found yourself being pregnant, and there's no other way to it, you know. And now you're going to be responsible for another human being. So this is the time to start being strong. And I can say that being pregnant and having my son was the best thing that ever happened to me, because it opened my eyes and made me realize potential that I never knew I had in my life. And I don't want to be sentimental, but guys, And Fabian is the best thing that ever happened to me. So if you're pregnant right now and you want to tell your parents, just tell them. If you have a friend, an uncle, a cousin, an aunt, anyone who can just help you break the news and make it like easier for you to speak out, make sure that you carry them along, and yeah, just make the experience, you know, less stressful. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you're new to this channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and join the Life with Wendy Mother familia. And yeah, where I post videos every Monday and Thursdays at 10:30 a.m. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and leave love be anything that you want to be. So thank you guys for watching, and bye. Do not forget to engage me in the comments, and do not forget to check the subscription box where I have put for you guys a link to download the Insanity by Sean T exercises, and let's get ripped. You know what I'm saying?